Hey y'all, I want to do a video. This is the final wrap up of a real Dewalt Flex Volt 9 amp hour 60 volt battery versus a fake knockoff straight out of China 60 volt battery. This battery, these guys actually have the balls to put their name on their battery. And you know what? I used it for a month and I could tell you that it works pretty good. It's a little bit lighter and smaller than the Flex Volt. It shuts off immediately when it feels it's low, which is about 10 minutes on the big Dewalt blower. It lasts about 13 minutes on this thing, so don't get me wrong, this blower takes a lot of juice. Now, is 10 minutes worth the 1/3 the price or more equation when it comes to using this battery versus the real deal, which costs 3 times as much? And there's some factors to consider, and here's one. One factor, let's look at the positives. It's lighter, it works, it seems to be fine. It makes the tool easier to operate. You'll need more of them though. Okay, now let's go to the negatives. You'll need more of these to equal, like probably 3 of these would equal 2 of these. And it's a short amount of time now. You know, I've found that the actual Dewalt batteries last 3 years before they turn into what I call a 20 volt only battery, which is better than complete death, but 3 years. Now, I've only got a month on this, so let's look at the negatives. When you use this battery, shuts off immediately, that's fine. It's always warm, warmer than the actual Dewalt battery. So it stalls out on the charging for maybe half an hour to cool down. So that's not a problem, unless you're in a hurry. But if you have a few more of these, I said you could buy 3 of these for the price of 1 of these. Now, let's go ahead. We'll talk about these terminals. This is a negative. Same with this, negative. I'm starting on the far left, basically combining a full 20 volt cycle, a full 20 volt, a full 5 volt, and a full 15 volt. And maybe a little on the plus side to add up to 60 volts. Now, this one, I just discharged it. And if you want to see real quickly, before I take it apart, we got 17 and a half roughly. Next one over, same. Okay, the actual Dewalt, same readings basically. So let's go ahead. I think we can quickly pull this apart. Let's look at the electronics on the inside. The Dewalt, it's quite complicated. There's lots of flat circuitry. Okay, we'll start by taking this side off. And this has a similar look. I took apart a Dewalt battery in my other video if you want to go ahead and reference that. This is the first time I've ever had this off. So not everything on the Dewalt battery is like encased in epoxy. So all the connections are protected. Probably if you left this battery out in the rain, you're gonna find out in a hurry about cross electrical currents, depending on how wet it gets. So this has got a thin piece of cellophane tape, or several pieces of tape, taping these wires down. That's pretty funny. There's a little writing on the case there, just some voltage numbers. Pretty basic. The cells, blue. Now this one would probably be a lot easier to replace the batteries, because I don't even the way everything's sort of epoxied together on the Dewalt battery, it looks daunting and like not only hard to take apart, probably even harder to put back together. Yeah, and there you have it, folks. Oh, look at this. The top's going to come off too. The Dewalt isn't really ready to do that from what I noticed, but wow. Look at that. One single little circuit board, some heavy wires. Interesting that the way this voltage reads out and the configuration of these terminals, it's kind of quizzical that, well, these are probably connected with, you know, certain circuits in case I hook this to a 20 volt. So there's a lot of stuff going on right here. This little chip on the back, but the main, I guess they need a positive and negative to the chip somehow. I mean, you got power delivery and receiving of power. A lot less complex, I would say, than the Dewalt battery. So I hope this solves any questions and mysteries for you. It's pretty warm. Ooh, okay, I don't want it to fall apart too much. I might have to reference my own video and I'll figure out how to put it back together. All right, thanks for watching.